Guns, and obviously the Romanians looking to see who they're going to be facing in the semi-final from this leg are going to be licking their lips because they played fantastic against the Dutch earlier today. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, back underway. It is the Spaniards in their home strip and Serbia in the white, and it's Serbia on the attack instantly, tries to cut it in, and it will be cleared.
Tadic now plays it in towards the danger area, and the first shot in anger comes from Serbia. And it's almost like a complete repeat of that last game with Serbia doing all the early pressing. It's a wicked...
If you think back to that game, while it was 2-2, it was Roxa that dominated it. It was Roxa that dominated it for the large portion of the game. But now Mestra, after being contained for 120 minutes in the previous game against Kepa, comes straight the blocks at 5 minutes and gets himself a wonderful goal from the wing.
Well, Mestre might just have answered all of the critics inside the opening 5 minutes. It was a wonderful run from Rodrigo. And many people were talking behind the scenes about the experience that Roxa had over Kepa. And of course, his performances yesterday for the reason behind his inclusion in this final match. But a little bit of inexperience almost coming through.
So not really going to go very far, whereas Roxa's Serbian players are still very much ahead. 5 of them around the box. Finds one. Slips it back. It's a beautiful drag-back finish there. And Roxa's back in control. 1-1. Mitrovic finds the net.
Yeah, it's that man again. Mitrovic. We've seen so many times yesterday. Just jinking onto his favourite right foot on the edge of the area. And applying a calm finish into the far corner. And for all of Spain's dominance, we're back level again.
Well, he had to do this again, Roxa. Will there be a chance for Roxa to actually get in the lead for once in these games instead of having to chase? Serbia will have the ball.
Kolarov to throw from that near touchline. And Serbia break again here. A lot of numbers back for Spain, but good interchange there on the edge of the area. Finds the danger man again. Now Jajic from the edge of the area. What a finish! We may have seen another goal of the day contender. It opened up, caressed into the far corner. And on the biggest stage of the season so far, he's produced an absolute wonder strike here, Roxa.
That was exactly what we were talking about yesterday. Hit it, hit it, hit it. And he had the chance. It opened up for him. It just rolls back beautifully. And you know what? Just have a go, and perfectly places it, curls it into that corner. De Gea beaten. And he just, look at that. De Gea just stepped to the right, which completely put him out of position. He didn't have the chance, the speed to scurry across to the left-hand side. I don't know whether that was Mestra as we approach half-time.
It was another mistake there from Roxa. And Spain were in again, and they're in again here through Rodrigo, the goal scorer. What a finish! We are seeing goal after goal, which might be contenders for goal of the day, because that is an absolute thunderstrike again.
Bursting the net with the power. He hit that one absolutely through the middle, but the keeper, well, he's not going to save that. That was a thunderbolt. A thunderbolt coming up from Mestra, and just as we approach half-time, 2-2. Just as it was in the first leg for Roxa, he is getting plenty of time. No need to panic. 1-1 in this best-of-3 series. Winner takes it all, goes through to the semi-finals versus Romania. They're sat waiting. Oh, the cutback was there. It's still loose. It's found the corner. And Serbia back in the lead.
Well, it's that man again, Mitrovic. They just can't keep him down. He's the second of the day. It comes from a defensive error, you have to say again. It ricocheted, bobbled around. They couldn't get it clear, and it fell to that man. And from that distance, he is doing nothing but putting Serbia 3-2 up. Is that it, though, Lee? That's the question, because there's still plenty of time here.
Yeah, I mean, it was a massive error. There's no doubt about it. It looked like a beautiful cutback, and it was there, and it was so well stopped, but they just couldn't clear their feet. And unfortunately for Mestre, he finds himself now 3-2 down with pressure play on him. Just 25-30 minutes to go within this game. Roxa needs to...
He could have pulled the trigger. He did the dummy shot in the end to try and fool the goalkeeper, who was not fooled. Had he pulled the trigger, we might be a different story, but it's gone in. It's been smuggled home. It might be an own goal here. Real drama. The referee looks to have given it. Or is he given a free kick on the goalkeeper?
That's an own goal. That's his own player.
It's turned home. It's surely going to be a goal. The referee have just seen point back to the halfway line. It looks to have been given.
Wow, 3-3. An own goal for Serbia. Once again for Spain as they push it through the middle. They got 3-on-3 forward, actually. Make it 4-on-3. They've got the numbers advantage. Can he find the ball? No. Cut out at the last. And now the counter's on for Serbia. Just a minute to go. They have to go for it. It's penalty shootout beckoning. No extra time given. They've got to have a shot. There's a chance for Serbia as he steps through. He's got nowhere to go. We'll whistle. Surely we'll go for penalties in a second as Spain will clear it. It's a penalty shootout. That was won by Spain 2-1 in the end. It was a close penalty shootout. And then Kepa in game 2 took it 1-0. And now we're back to the penalties. And it's starting off with a fantastic save for Serbia.
Advantage Serbia if Roxa can score here. But he's up against a man who has been in tremendous form today. David De Gea in the sticks. He's put it wide.
Oh, he was baited. Absolutely baited by Mestre, who set his goalkeeper to the right, pointed to the left and said, yes, stick it there if you can. And he puts it wide. What a disaster. This time, Mestre, where's he going? Down the middle? No, slots it in. It wasn't a well-hit penalty, but it goes in because it was guessed the wrong way by Roxa.
Well, here we are. 2 down for Spain, 1 on the score sheet, 1 down for Serbia. Can they level the scores? He's baiting him again here. Pointing to the bottom right, but leaving space to the left. Is it going to be second time around? No. Tadic fires it in, was not phased in the slightest.
The mind games, that's what this penalty shootout's about. Mestre, no messing. Powers it home, 2-1.
That was some hit. Now, can he level the scores here? This time, side to side goes David De Gea. Serbians number 7 fires it in to the bottom right-hand corner. Honours even.
Much needed goal, that one. So 2-2. On to Mestre. Where will he place it? He's thundered them in the last 2 times, but this time it's met by Roxa. Guessing it right. It wasn't a clean hit, the first one for Spain, so not too surprising. And Mestre's at his games once again here.
Yeah, he's pointing down to the left-hand side. And this is the business end of the penalty shootout. This is where one miss, one goal can be so crucial. It's going to be Jovic. It's a goal and Serbia lead. And they know that a miss now for Spain sees Serbia into the semi-finals.
Oh, the mind games were perfect.
Kapitenu velika pobjeda u četvrtfinalu protiv Španije i plasman u polufinale, danas očekuje selekcija Rumunije. Utisci?
Hvala na čestitkama. Prvo, pa da, mislim, utakmica je bila prva, izgubim nesrećno, drugo je Stefan odigrao fantastično, pobedio 1-0, ima 301 šansu, ona neće u go. I ta treća utakmica, mislim, golovi, dan iz kornera, kiks, onda mislim da sam ja isto pogrešio jednu, dve situacije, šansi, Tadić je omašio, ja ne znam šta mu se dešava, kada ga budem vidio lično, moramo reći da popravi realizaciju, ali šalu na stranu, mislim da smo odigrali stvarno dobro, da smo Stefan i ja igrali sasvim dobro i da smo zaslužili ovo polufinale. U polufinalu nas čeka Rumunija, izuzetno težak protivnik, čak bi možda mogao reći da su jači od Španije, samo iz tog razloga što nepoznati su. A dok Španiju znamo šta očekujemo, dok su u Rumuniji stvarno dobri igrači imaju i verujem da će biti teže protiv Španije, ali stigli smo do polufinala i verujem da ćemo Stefan i ja uspeti da ih pobedimo i da večeras igramo finale.
Generalni sekretar Fudbalskog saveza Srbije, gospodin Jovan Šurbatović, je prisustvovao danas ovdje u Sportskom centru Fudbalskog saveza u Staroj Pazovi, pružio vam podršku tokom utakmice protiv Španije. Da li vam znači ta podrška?
Naravno, hvala mu mnogo što je došao. Juče nas je zvao, kad smo igrali, zvao nas na Viber, čini smo pričali, poželjeno nam sreću, ali evo danas je iznenadio, nas je došao i stvarno mu hvala na tome. I zahvalio bi se čak i predsjedniku koji mu se obratio i rekao da iznenadio se da smo odigrali ovako dobro i da smo ušli u polufinale, tako da i njemu hvala i nadamo se da će i on doći da vidimo i njega. Možda nam on donese sreću za finale.
Plasman u polufinale, trijumf nad izuzetno jakom i kvalitetnom selekcijom Španije. Izuzetno uzbudljivo je bilo, igrale su se 3 utakmice na 2 pobjede, 2 puta se završavalo 11-tercima. Jednom i su bili produžeci bez 11-teraca. Kako su tvoji utisci?
Pa videli ste sve i sami. Ja sam i dalje pod utiskom, zaista neverovatne utakmice, 3 meča paklena, znači prvi smo izgubili na penale, drugi meč u produžetku 1-0 za nas i treći meč odlučujući penal serija. Napokon smo pobedili te penale i eto nas u polufinalu.
Ti si izvojavao veoma važnu pobedu u drugoj utakmici, izjednačio si rezultat na 1-1. Onda je sve bilo posle na Roksi da potvrdi i drugu pobedu.
Da, bili smo u zaostatku od 1-0, ali eto, druga utakmica sreće pobedio sam, mislim da sam bio bolji. Protivnik imao samo jedan šut za 120 minuta i mislim da sam zasluženo pobedio, a Roksa u trećoj utakmici stvarno je odigrao nerealno dobro, nije imao sreće realno, mnogo je promašivao, ali penal serija je ipak na našu stranu otišla, hvala Bogu, polufinalu smo. Sljedeće je Rumunija, vidjet ćemo jaki igrači, ali korak po korak, meč po meč, pa ćemo vidjeti.
Momci, čestitam vam u ime Fudbalskog saveza Srbije na izuzetnom uspehu. Plasirali ste se, kao što javno zna, u polufinale prvog UEFA-inog zvaničnog evropskog prvenstva u e-sportu. Na najbolji način reprezentovali našu zemlju do sada. Ja želim da vas pozdravim u ime predsjednika, u ime izvršnog odbora i najužeg rukovodstva saveza. Poželim vam sreću u polufinalu i finalu, da Bog da možda se popnete i na krov Evrope i da iskoristim priliku da uručim prigodne poklone. Hvala.
Hvala puno.
Hvala. Hvala. A pošto imamo i prinovu, Roksa je dobio ćerkicu danas, je li tako? Evo za ćerkicu. Hvala. Neka je živa i zdrava. Hvala. I da vam kažem da svi u Savezu, uključujući igrače i stručni štab i najuže rukovodstvo i regione, itekako pratimo vaše nastupe u ovom velikom takmičenju i ovo je, kažem, izuzetan uspeh i da se nadamo da će i naši pravi fudbaleri, a reprezentativci ponoviti vaš uspeh.
Bar nek dođe u polufinala. Očekujemo to nikako. Gledaju i nas, gledat ćemo i mi njih.
Za početak nek se plasiraju.
Da, ali verujem da će to biti završeno.
Starting now with semi-final number 1 at Wes. It's about time that we get into our first of 2 semi-finals. Serbia versus Romania. It will be Serbia in the red kit, represented first and foremost by Kepa, and Panias of Romania has stepped in to represent the national side. And well, Romania, they would love an early goal. They would love to take the advantage in this tie, and Panias and Irma
drained the well almost of the Romanian luck that's been with them. Panias will again live to fight another days. Managed to get a flick on here. He's in on goal.
Look at this. Ivan has scored so many times for Romania. He's opened the scoring in the semi-finals. What a reliable source of goals he's been for Romania. The second goal for Romania, Wes. So then, 63 minutes gone into the final third of the match. Romania leading by 2-0. Luka Jovic, great save again, Pantilimon. How is he doing this?
That's
His
that giant
second
frame.
world-class save.
It's that giant frame that he's just pushing the ball out. And the interesting kind of difference between the lineups is that Panias comes to his rescue 4 minutes left. The longer this ball stays in play, the more that clock is ticking.
Nemanja Matic goes for Zivkovic. Flag stays down, and it's 2-1. Zivkovic, the first goal scorer for Serbia in this semi-final. But has he left it too late?
Well, it's good work here from Kepa. Manages to work the ball, and you can see when he passes that ball off, he's held L1. It encourages your player who you're playing the pass with to run on. The defenders haven't tracked that run, and it's Zivkovic who just nods it past that humongous frame. Once said to me, you've got to game the game. In terms of you've got to play the way that this game will allow you to play. So if it is a case he heaps the ball up the other end of the pitch, it's great, but you don't want to be giving the ball away here.
Kolarov wrestled to the ground. That's good enough for the referee. And Panias will take those all day long. Headed down as well. Tries to loft up to the huge frame of Puskas. Ball has to go forward here now for Serbia. Zivkovic is in the final third. Chance here for Kepa. Dusan Tadic, will he cut it across? He can't find a Serbian shirt. Ball still alive. Romania get the ball back. And it's advantage.
The marbles. We've used that for quite some time. But it is time to leave everything out on the pitch. This is the kind of, we always talk about how games are cup finals. This is...
We've highlighted before. Very strong. And that physicality is something that Irma will have to try and overcome here. Mitrovic can find his man! He breaks the deadlock. It's 1-0 to Serbia in this deciding match. And Roxa working the byline once more. And it's 1-0 to Serbia. Great goal.
It's the confidence to play that pass. I mean, from the camera angle, we could see it. I was very much drawn to the run of Dusan Tadic, who'd pulled it right to the edge of the box. You'll see Krivnic's shot here, but again, the confidence and the fact that his striker gets across his man. Irma will be disappointed to concede that. It's Mitrovic into the box at Prijovic. Wonderful finish. It's not saving those. You can be 10 foot tall and you're not saving it from there.
Oh, that shot was always rising from Prijovic. But Roxa won't mind one bit. What can Irma do from the kickoff here? Chipchu is through, and it's the immediate reply. As we've seen so often from Irma, the kickoff is one of his strong points, and he's made Serbia pay.
Well, it's an instant response, and it's something Irma really needed. I mean, we know that it's kind of quite prevalent that, kickoff goals are a thing within eFootball PES, and If you can pull it off, it gets you back in the game and
try and go straight down the mouth of the Serbian defence. Well worked chance. Well, Roxa trying to advance himself now. Here's Prijovic through a goal! The lead reinstated by the man who scored the first. Gets his second, doubles his tally. And it's 2-1 now to Serbia.
I'll tell you something, Irma will be kicking himself. If you flash back just a couple minutes ago, we saw that opportunity. There was a man over. Instead, he goes for the shot, hits the post, comes down the other end, and Roxa trying to strangle this game, but it's a poor pass. Again, it's that physical battle that you don't want to get into with the Serbian players, because they are physically dominant of these slightly more skillful Romanian players as it ball goes into the box.
Chipchu looking for Puskas, and it's bounced in! Oh no, it's a calamitous own goal for Serbia. It's a horrible way to concede. What happened here? Just miscommunication maybe, Wes.
Well, they won't like me saying it, but I've had flashbacks to Boa Vista. They will not like me saying it, but there's flashbacks. It's a pass back. The goalkeeper just doesn't react to it. But it's a bit nonchalant at the same time. It's a bit of a chip ball back to the goalkeeper. You really don't want to be doing that, especially at this stage.
Milinkovic-Savic. Defended well by Irma, but he's given the ball away. Luka Jovic stealing in. There's a man over here for Serbia! Surely that wins it! Mitrovic the star. Roxa. Has he done it for Serbia? I think so. It's Serbia 3, Romania 2. And you just sensed it was coming. There was foreshadowing left and right. Irma looked nervous, and it comes from a mistake from the Romanian backline.
Yeah, I mean, not since the likes of Steven Gerrard have we seen such a slip be so costly. But it's a wonderful, wonderful bit of vision. And it's Aleksandar Mitrovic one more time. And that could be the end of the fairy tale. He's pushed and pushed and pushed. But Roxa, again, showing that fight back, showing that mettle, showing that determination.
This is it. One last throw of the dice. Ultra attacking. All the men forward. Hadji. Ivan. Irma coming forward. Ivan with the ball here. Shot! Oh, it's off the post! In the 90th minute. Will still come forward here. Irma tackled down. Roxa taking that ball all the way to the corner. No.
Selekcija Fudbalskog saveza Srbije je u finalu Evropskog prvenstva. U polufinalu je savladana Rumunija. Veliki uspeh, sjajan rezultat. Kakvi su prvi utisci? Reći će nam kapiten naše selekcije Marko Roksić. Roksa.
Šta reći, znači utakmica za Info, bukvalno prvo smo izgubili nesrećno 3-2, ne znam ni koji je bio, uglavnom Stefan je odigrao dobro, ali nažalost nije imao sreće. Koliko?
1-0.
1, znači...
Ne, 2-1, to je.
A nije bitno, da smo, uglavnom prvo smo izgubili, ali drugo, eto, malo opet su oni poveli 1-0, onda sam primetio da, pošto sam već igrao par utakmice sa njim, pre par puta smo se sastali prijateljski, i promenio sam u 4-4-2 i onda sam okrenuo, imao malo i sreće da povedem 2-1, postao odmah 3-1. I ova treća utakmica gde, mislim, ovaj autogol, onda neki čudne reakcije igrača, ali mislim da smo zasluženo ušli u finale, da smo zasluženo pobedili i svi smo zasluženi, svi smo dali maksimum. Ok, možda smo dali Stefan danas igrali više nego Raka i Filipa, ali da nije bilo njih isto ne bi bili ovde, tako da s me tiče preko cilja. Mi smo htjeli da uđemo u to polufinale, ali smo se svi potajno nadali da ćemo doći do finala. Sad ovo finale, čekamo pobednika, Francuska, Italija, trenutno vodi Italija 1-0. Iskreno sve jedno nam je ko će doći u finale, jer verujem da smo najbolji i da možemo da osvojimo.
I think that is going to be the difference maker in this. I personally am predicting Italy in 4. However, none of my predictions have really come true this weekend, so I completely ignore what I'm suggesting here.
Helped them get to the finals themselves, dispatching of France in the previous round in 2 games. Was a shocking result that will be felt around the PES world, and that's a mistake. Mitrovic here could have a chance here for Serbia, maybe to upset the Azzurri. It's the first goal of the finals, scored by Serbia. It's Mitrovic with the heroics once more, and Roxa and Serbia are in the driver's seat now.
First blood to Serbia. It was seized on by a mistake. And again, as we keep saying, you don't want to give players like Roxa and you don't want to give players like Mitrovic that type of space and opportunity to take advantage of it. And again, impetus and advantage goes to Serbia. To a neat little pickup from Mitrovic, and we talked about that physicality. Romagnoli just couldn't get back on him. And it is Mitrovic who seals the deal here. You can see there just a little bit of a lucky interception from, I think that was Vladic or Lanic, excuse my pronunciation. Mitrovic just fires it into the back of the net. And
well, you can say it's a fortunate bounce, Wes, but a lot of it comes, doesn't it, from attacking bar. You can see at the bottom of your screens that white bar will turn either blue if they go defensive or red if it's attacking, and Alonso Greyfox might get one back. Italy have equalised. Ciro Immobile with a vital finish that gives Italy a lifeline here in the first half.
To steal another commentator's line, what a hit, son, what a hit. Finds the corner of the net when no one was expecting it. And again, it's a pretty hopeful ball down the right-hand side. It's a great little cut inside. Immobile gets around the back of the defender, holds off that defender and slams it home for 1-1. And Italy, again, like we said, they like to have possession of the ball. They took their time to get it forward. They didn't just rush it. And all of a sudden, Immobile, cute finish, batters it into the back of the net.
The early goal from Serbia might have proved a lot of you very wrong, but Alonso, well, he's not giving up. Look at that ball over to the top to Immobile. He'll actually get there, and he lifts it over the keeper. And Italy are in front. It's Immobile again. It's Italy again. What a finish.
It's a moment of magic from Ciro Immobile. Again, bit of a hopeful over-the-top ball. However, the key point here is that Serbian defender is sticking out like a sore thumb. And Greyfox spots it, spots the run, spots the man. And it's a wonderful finish. Again, doesn't panic under pressure. Well, seems to be the key trait of Greyfox's.
Can't wait to see this replay purely from that pass. Look at it, from his own half. Alonso Greyfox. So pick that out, Wes, is some vision. We'll see it here again.
Yeah, and it's Jorginho, it looks like, from that very much quarterback kind of position, which I'm sure Adam will tell us all about as a Chelsea fan. And it's a lovely chipped finish from Ciro Immobile. And there goes the Klinsmann dive.
He's holding the fort fairly well by now. Bonaventura up to Zaniolo. Belotti, look out for Immobile here. He'll be the one that Alonso hopes gets the ball. He's still going here. Straight at the keeper, and it's 3-1. Italy score. It's the hat-trick hero, Immobile. Wonderful And it's nothing less than Alonso's deserved. He's defended so well against Roxa. Not given the FC Notmana a sniff in this first game of this best of 5. It's a long old series, Wes, but this, the third from Immobile, was well deserved.
Yeah, it's neat little passing play here, but just keep your eye out for this challenge going into the edge of the box. He didn't want to commit to that challenge for Belotti. He knew he would have given a penalty away, but even so, you can't leave a player of Ciro Immobile's calibre.
In this last 10 or so in-game minutes. Jovic to Tadic, he's in here, this could be 2, it's off the post, can he turn it home? No! Is it finally in? It is off the post! And they say it doesn't matter how they go in. It took 3 different chances, Wes, for Serbia finally to get that one home.
I think UEFA are going to need to paint the goalposts after that. So took the paint off at least twice, and it deflected off the post, just gets it back inside. Could have easily drifted wide of the post, but again, Roxa won't care. It's a neat, that's that neat little flick inside. It's Rockmanoglu that's caught napping, and again, it's just ricochets very, very kindly off the defender, and it's Luka Jovic who's alive again. We will say it once more, that super sub trait coming in very, very handy for
to get into an attacking sense. Just take a little look at the blue shirts here. There are plenty forward. And it's Pellegrini to run onto it. Zaniolo has a runner inside. It's Quagliarella! Game, set, not quite match. There's a long way to go in this series, but I think we've just seen the goal that decides game 1.
Yeah, and the beauty of this goal from Grey Fox is that when this ball comes in, it's very easy to look at that man straight ahead who had his hand up, ready to take the ball on. Instead, takes a neat little reverse ball inside. It's Quagliarella who just peels off, as you can see. It's a 2-on-1 for that centre-back, and I don't want to be that Serbian centre-back if I've got those 2 players running at me. Quagliarella finished
in the attack there. Played short. Bernardeschi brought down in the box. Referee waves away the appeals. And what a result for Italy. And a Immobile hat-trick.
the played as AS Monaco.
Maybe then a lack of preparation from Serbia, not so much because of, you know, lack of a thorough investigation of Italy, but more because they were expecting to play a different nation entirely.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot different if you're playing against Kylian Mbappe and Antoine Griezmann. You're playing a lot differently when you're playing against Belotti and Immobile. The two very, very
far post, so had to be dealt with. Kolarov into Dusan Tadic. Lovely footwork. Can he get a strike away? He can. Sends the Serbian fans in the stadium into the raptures. It's 1-0. And it's a great goal from Kepa.
Serbia, your superstar, has woke up. Kepa with a brilliant finish, and you were talking about that set piece. The interesting thing for Kepa is he's aiming for a man at the back post, not at the front, so I think that might be the reason why MPK is not going out of the corner to meet him. He's looking to try and mark the option instead, but player is short, but got to be careful here.
Will it be Jajic who is chosen? Looks like he fancies it. There's 4 options ahead of him. Will he go for goal? He will, and it's in! It's not goalkeeper sideways, but Kepa will not care. Adam Jajic with the free kick of Kepa's dreams. 2-0.
It's a wonderful hit, and that slight delay, if you're watching this at home, you guys might think, well, why did he take so long to take the kick? As I said, some players will move their goalkeeper across to that side to protect the goal. And then, of course, you've then got the very easy option. It's a little bit of gamesmanship from Kepa. Realistically, he took that time. There was options short as well. If you can look to the left and the right of the wall.
What a hit.
It's a brilliant hit from him. Donnarumma has got absolutely no chance. So just can only watch it realistically go in. Really seen the Italians really be put under sustained pressure.
Look at that run. Prijovic has a couple of men in support as well. It's Adam Jajic. Oh, he slips. It might still come from here. Jajic, the third for Serbia. Well, he lost his footing moments previous. Got straight back up to his feet. And after the miraculous free kick that found its way into the net, he's now doubled his tally. Serbia 3, Italy 0.
No, Italy did very well to try and clear it in the first instance. Real good block there. Big slice of fortune. But as we say, with fortune, it comes with the ability to get your player in the way. It can take ricochets. This game does have it there. And you can see there, flicks off of a leg. One of the best cutbacks you'll see today. I say with my tongue firmly planted in my cheek, but it's kept.
I would say about 80% of the time, Wes, results in a win. And this is a foot race now between Donnarumma and Mitrovic. Can he find the target? You know he can. It's 4 for Serbia. And it's the pressure that creates the opportunity. You'll see that man's name a lot throughout this grand finals. Mitrovic with the goal. It's 4-0.
Well, that was neither luck nor fortune. That was skill. Charged down by Mitrovic, who's a nuisance. And MPK doesn't clear it at all.
He just doesn't queue up anything, doesn't he? He doesn't queue up an action when he's controlling Donnarumma. He needs to just put his foot through it, but doesn't.
Yeah, as an eFootball PES player, if you've got your goalkeeper coming out that far, be prepared. You have to have a command queued, because if you don't, on the biggest of stages, that's the type of goal you'll concede. You know, it's frustrating when you're at home.
Resets this best-of-5 series now in this grand finals. Zaniolo looking for a consolation here. Italy, though, just have looked out of sorts attacking-wise. Chiesa tries to find Zaniolo. It might be too late for a comeback, but at least the travelling supporters here in the stadium get to celebrate a goal. 4-1, too big of an ask maybe, almost certainly, but at least it's another goal to Italy's tally.
I was just going to say, at least it's one more in the goal column. And again, we talk about fortune there. That very much was fortune, to have so many ricochets that eventually fell to an Italian foot. And it is
playing very, very, very much with fire is Kepa. What a bit of skill that is from Mitrovic. Luka Jovic has a man in the centre. Who's it going to be? Will it be Jovic? Will it be Milinkovic-Savic? It just asks too much. And well, has he been given a penalty here? Looked to me like the ball was out of play, Wes, but I think the referee, well, he has. He's pointed to the spot. And Kepa with the opportunity to rub salt in the wound. Insult to injury. It's 5. Well, we'll see the penalty decision once again. It was definitely a foul, but for me, Wes, the ball was out of play. Kepa won't mind. Serbia, they will take home game 2. And this will be a contentious one, won't it?
I think the ball stays just in play. I think it was the challenge. The challenge comes in, then the ball goes out. So if the ball's still alive, it's going to go down as a penalty. And again, like you said, Kepa isn't going to mind. That's 5 goals in the goal column for them. And that is very much game 2 in the books, if it wasn't already. And now we kind of go back to how it was in the knockouts. It's now down to a best of 3 essentially. You know, both been nullified, both have won a game, so in a best of 3 shootout again.
It's almost like a boxing match, isn't it? Round 1, won by Italy, but Serbia, they've rolled with the punches. Jovic looking for Mitrovic, and he really has been setting up plays left, right and centre. Mitrovic, he's, well, been a thorn in many nations' sides throughout today. He will continue to do so to Italy. It ends Serbia 5, Italy 1 in game 2. In their e-footballing team here, we're ready to go in the third game now. The third game of this best of 5.
Well, as Lee's just rightly pointed out, Nicholdan coming fresh off of a victory against Latvia will be full of confidence. And again, it's going to be confidence versus...
Has a line of blue shirts in front of him to try and break the forces of Italy. Here comes Kolarov to Tadic, takes a strike. Denies it, look for the run in behind once again. Prijovic is looking lively. Will he get a better strike away? Went for the lob. Jajic. Tadic now beats the first man. Good bit of trickery, but in the end maybe does too much. Here is Milinkovic-Savic out to Kolarov. Fired in and he'll find a man. Oh, it won't go in though. Prijovic had the goal at his mercy. I think the goalkeeper gets a touch on it here, Wes. And what a save that ends up being by Donnarumma. Dusan Tadic now turns his man. He's holding his marker off so well. This will come out to Gacinovic. Good save. The best of his abilities there. And if you look on the far side, there's a man galloping into acres of space. Nicholdan sees it as well. That'll free up maybe something in the middle, and it's Italy who break the deadlock in the 70th minute. Immobile immobilises Serbia, and against the run of play, for all Rox's hard work, Nicholdan and Italy take the advantage. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's great build-up from Italy, and it's almost like thieves in the night. It's run a play to, instead of the ball going to Immobile's feet, they've played it to where they want Immobile to be. And Nicholdan, it's a great ball in from Zaniolo. Immobile peels away, and Dimitrovic cannot get there.
Dimitrovic getting in the wars down there, right in the trenches. And look at this, Kolarov. Now, can he cut it across? Oh, Donnarumma with the save. Will it go in? Oh, it's just outside the post, I think. It's a corner. But it could have easily been a goal.
The player went one side, the ball went the other. It's a fantastic save from Donnarumma. My heart was in my mouth. I genuinely thought that...
If he'd gone down, maybe the referee would have given something. In the end, Serbia come away with it. Gacinovic to Luka Jovic. Another save. One of many today by Donnarumma. And Roxa has to start thinking what he has to do to beat this Italian keeper. And well, Nicholdan would have been hoping he could have chewed a bit more time off the clock. The referee's assistant holds up the board. The number is 3. Cynical. That is cynical. And might Immobile be seeing an early bath here. Just a booking. It was dangerous, but Roxa flinging the ball up the pitch. Anywhere will do now for Nicholdan. Calm as you like. Out to the wing. Up the pitch. Immobile might even get there. Roxa is defeated. Italy win game 3. They are one game.
Place to Serbia. They found an answer in game 2. They've now got to find an answer in game 4.
The virtual landscape of eFootball PES 2020.
I think after the penalty shootouts of yesterday and today, I don't think my heart will take it if it does go that far.
Well, we start then the 4th game. It's, well, last chance to lose now for Serbia, and Kepa wants to try and appease the...
Get it moving about the place, and we might find some better results as we see them through here.
Prijovic has a chance maybe to open the scoring. It's gone wide. We didn't have the best angle on whether or not it took a deflection. We'll see it better here, but it looked to me like, yes, there was an interception. Kepa waiting for the opportunity to present itself. Zaniolo across, and, well, he's up quicker to meet the ball, but it seems like every time Naples gets the ball, he seems to give it away. Here is Adam Jajic. Mitrovic is through. Goes for goal. Well, it's the only thing really he could do there. Looked for the cutback, Wes. It wasn't on, so it's a corner now for Serbia.
Yeah, I mean, you can only do so much, and you could see there's a hand in the air.
Would love to win this one in 4. You made the prediction, Wes. Italy in 4. It could come true here. Bonaventura tries to get in behind, and there is the goal for Naples, for Italy, for Quagliarella. He steals in front of the back line, and it's 1-0 to Italy. How did Serbia allow that to happen? Captain or otherwise, Wes?
Yeah, Italy, I think Naples didn't realise just how much space he had with Immobile.
Look at this, Mitrovic has a chance. Right back to him. Nemanja Matic now. As this sustained pressure from Serbia continues. Mitrovic. Well, that's where it will end. Well, 40 in-game minutes away. Can Naples hold on? Can he sustain the scoreline? Well, Kepa's throwing everything at this game, but just cannot find the net. If it's not the advertising boards in the background, it's...
Most players will care to concede. If you know that you've got a goal in the bag, you haven't got to worry about trying to score another one. Just need to nullify.
That one pops right up in the air. Look at this. There's a chance here for Luka Jovic. Ball pops out now the other way for Serbia to launch their assault. Luka Jovic looked for the first time pass, didn't go for it. Mitrovic tackled, and well, it's bounced back here for Jovic. It's off the bar. Acrobatics. And finally, the stubborn Italian defence falls to that man, Luka Jovic. It's 1-1. It's game on.
Yeah, that was definitely fortune, to steal your phrase from earlier, Harry, to get that ball back in that environment in the first place. But again, Jovic probably should have scored with his first attempt. In fact, he's had to throw an acrobatic finish in there to get the second. As you'll see here, it was a bit of fortune just here. Ricochets around like a pinball, comes back, and he's almost played a 1-2 with the crossbar there.
That's what we'll call it.
Yeah.
Skill of the day, probably not intentional.
Yeah, well, yeah, 1-2 with a crossbar is an impressive skill. But no, in all seriousness, it gives hope to Serbia. Just stretches out that right leg of his. Jovic justifying his inclusion off the bench, but
here in game 4 of this best of 5. Are we destined to go all the way to 5, or can Naples snatch the win? Quagliarella, look on the far side. Insigne can maybe go for goal. He's come back, double touch, and it's in!
What a goal!
What a goal for Italy! What a goal for Naples! Italy have just won eEURO2020 with a fabulous goal from Insigne. Naples, he's done it. Italy are champions. Surely now, with pocket change on the clock, Wes, you cannot understate how clutch this goal is.
The coolest man in Italy. What a touch. Brilliant finish. I hate to say it. I think it was all over. It is now.
Call off skill of the day, Wes. Call it off. That's it right here. Watch this move. Double touch. Bang. Takes 2 defenders out of the equation and wins the tournament.
And I've got to say, I think that might steal the goal of the day. That might just seal it. In terms of importance, skill, the brilliantness of it. Naples is probably going to be the toast of Italy. There's the final whistle.
And Italy are crowned the champions of eEURO2020. They win the best of 5, 3-1 against Serbia.
Završeno je finale Evropskog prvenstva u PES-u. Srbija je vicešampion Evrope. Nesrećan poraz u finalu od selekcije Italije. Sa nama je kapiten Marko Roksić. Marko, kakvi su tvoji utisci nakon ovog finala?
Pa šta da kažem, opet su nas pobedili Italijani drugi put na ovom prvenstvu. malo u polufinalu dok smo gledali njihovu utakmicu, iskreno ja sam se više nadao Francuzima jer nam taj stil više odgovara napadački dok oni igraju malo defanzivnije. A što se tiče finala kao finala, mislim utakmice, prva moja utakmica gdje sam imao 300 šansi, to je malo što slabije igrao prvo iskreno, opet imao sam šansi da dobijem, ali sam izgubio. Što se tiče druge, Stefan je odigrao stvarno dobro, pobedili smo, onda je došla ta treća utakmica, mislim, to on je ovaj dečko što je igrao za Italiju, inače mi je bio trener u Makersu kad sam imao ugovor sa njima. Prvi put je prešao centar u 75. minutu kad i 1-0 izgubimo one šanse Donnarumma, mislim, nešto bih rekao. I što se tiče četvrte, Stefan je slično odigrao kao ja, bukvalno preslikano, 300 šansi, samo nam bukvalno fali taj gol, neće. I onda nismo ni napali nešto spetrano, uglavnom puče ta kontra u 10. minutu i Insigne čini mi se da ga je dao za 2-1 i veliki uspeh u Evropskom prvenstvu biti drugi, Srbija je mala zemlja i sada vjerojatno će mnogo njih čuti za nas, jeste da je sve ovo virtualna igra i nije kao pravi fudbal, nadamo se da će naši momci uspjeti da bar ponove ovaj uspjeh, da kažem, da uđu u finale, to prvo pobjede Norvežan, ali iskreno nadali smo se, pogotovo kad smo ušli do finala, da ćemo osvojiti, da ćemo probati, ali drugi put su nas pobedili, tako da verujemo, moramo priznamo da su bolji. Ovim putem bi im čestitao i titulu evropskog šampiona, nam ostaje to drugo mesto, da li ćemo ga slaviti ne znam, ali...
Drugu i četvrtu finalnu utakmicu protiv Italije igrao je Stefan Kepa Slavković. Stefane, kakvi su utisci nakon finala?
Pa ne znam šta da kažem, jako sam razočaran, iskreno. Izgubili smo 3-1 u pobjedama. Može se reći da je Italija zaslužila da bude prva zato što su nas pobedili u grupi, izbacili su i Francuze, međutim imali smo svoje šanse, promašivali smo mnogo, oni su svaku šansu iskoristili, tako da može se reći zasluženo, ali ostaje velika žal što nismo uspeli da budemo prvi.
S obzirom da je naš tim formiran tek početkom godine, može se reći da je ovo zaista veliki uspeh, bez poraza u kvalifikaciji, posle isto dobre partije na samom prvenstvu. Kakav je kompletan utisak prvenstva?
Pa, kompletan utisak je sjajan, zaista oformili smo sjajan tim, od početka kvalifikacija smo dominirali, završili smo bez poraza, samo prvenstvo smo također odigrali sjajno, stigli do finala, taj mali korak je falio za nešto više.